All right, welcome back. This is going to be part 4 in my End in Africa scenario. Uh, in the other videos that I made, I kind of talked about what people were looking for. I have had some engagement with this, so it looks like people are watching these videos to some degree and are finding some enjoyment in them. So I kind of slacked off. I'm really enjoying this scenario. I think that this map is super cool, and I love the setup. I'm having a lot of fun. In any case, I'm gonna keep recording these videos. In the meantime, though, I have cheated a little bit from the last video that I posted, and I went ahead and completed turn 1, and I've completed all of my moves in turn 2. And I think that what I am going to do is kind of review where my head is at for all the moves that I took. We'll see how the attack is developing so far. I'll go through and look at everything and just kind of give a recap. From there, I'll run the turn and we'll watch it together and see how it plays out. I'll do my best to kind of commentate on that. We'll see how that goes. All right, so the Corps Franc d'Afrique. So as expected, we actually spotted these bunkers and trenches, so we're going to get a flank around here, right up this path. So we're going to try to get up on this hill, I think, though I wouldn't be surprised if I found more resistance here. It looks like this is going to be open, and this AT gun right here will be able to fire. I've noticed and kind of learned or understood a couple of things since I started playing this scenario, which I'll review as I move through. So that's Corps de Franc Afrique. Their plan is proceeding accordingly. Here, varsity. So let me look at my notes and just see where I am. The 9th Infantry. All right, as expected, Highway 7. We spotted these bunkers and trenches right across the road in the exact spot that we expected them. So I decided to proceed with my plan. The spot here is open terrain, so I don't know. I think that for some of these spots, at any point along the front, there might be spots where I don't really begin to attack until morning tomorrow. So yes, I'm getting through the highway itself. I'm going to get through this row of, this is bunkers, trenches. I did move. I know I was talking a lot about how I wanted to kind of try and conserve my tank destroyers. That is true, but I've got so many of them right here, and I'm trying to avoid where I can just having my units kind of sitting around. So this is my core. This is not a recon, it's just a light tank. I skirted him around this bunker over here, and it looks like there's a gap that I can exploit here. So I've got my recon from varsity to hopefully follow the same path. This is something, yeah, we'll be able to, because this is broken terrain. Something that I noticed, which I noticed a little bit too late for a couple spots, is that rough terrain cannot actually be traversed by like tracks and half tracks and stuff. Let's see, where's rough? Rough, yeah. So motorized, can't do it. Soft half track, nope. Armored car, no. Hard half track, no. Tracked. So that's actually a barrier. You can only cross it if you're on foot. Even like motorized infantry, I don't think can get through there. Horses can, and I do actually have some horses. So anyhow, that's an important distinction, and it makes a big difference in this scenario because basically there are certain spots that are going to be barriers for my tanks. All right. Let's back out here. So that's varsity and some of the core supporting units. Now, this spot over here with Red Bull, the 34th Infantry, and the 1st Armored. This is a big traffic jam, and I'm doing my best to keep it together, keep things developing and moving. I also was talking earlier about how I didn't want to just line up on the mines, but I'm kind of like, I can't keep just waiting around for my engineers to get up here. I wish that they were more in front. So what I'm doing with the first, because the Red Bull, the infantry is going to try to move through and break through this line of trenches and bunkers. I've got men on the high ground on both sides, and it's pretty crowded over here. I have a lot of my recon units lined up from the corps supporting, and well, I need to break through here before I can even get them going. They're not going to be able to move through this rough terrain, so let's see. I'm just thinking about we can go through here, but I don't know if we'll be able to get through here. We might be able to go like that and proceed through. So I'll try to get my recon through. In any case, the attack is developing, so we're still working on that. And the first armored, I kind of had the clever idea. So I moved. This was like my light tank. They got disrupted, but that's what they're there for. And I'm basically I'm trying to move them up through this way because this is actually really good tank country. These hexes here and all of these right here are brush, which is not too bad. It's easily navigable by tanks and infantry and armor cars and stuff like that. So if I'm looking at the map, I say that I want to move first armored, but now that I'm looking at the map, I can see all of this rough terrain, or what is it called? Yeah, rough terrain. So I won't really be able to get through there. But what I can do, I'm just thinking out loud here, what I can do, and I'm planning for my next turn, is do like this. So that will work, and I like the way that this is looking because we found more mines here, but there's no mines here, and so I'm massing my tanks for an attack across this stream. This unit here is, they're German, but there's less than 100, so yeah, same over here. I'm going to try to punch really hard and get around the flank. These mines are annoying. Alright, on the other side, basically just trying to get through here and here, with the ultimate goal, of course, being the victory point. Okay, so first infantry, they're just moving. There's really nothing going on with them right now. They have a hill to climb. Well, they got to get up on this elevated terrain before they can get to the Tyne, and I found mines over here, so I expect that there will be trenches and bunkers, and they'll probably be in a firefight next turn. Okay, this is moving on to the 8th Army. No, the 1st Army. Yes, the 1st Army. Alright, this is 78th Infantry? Is that right? 78th Infantry. Okay, so this is kind of developing into an interesting front over here, this northern part of 8th Army. This is handled by the 5th Corps, which has the 78th Infantry. The 4th Infantry is south of them, and they have between them the 5th Corps troops, which is the 25th Tank Brigade, as well as supporting artillery. And I'm trying to make good use of this tank brigade. A lot of so one thing that I wanted to highlight as I'm moving into the British troops here, which I didn't notice before, but the British 6-pounders and ones with 6-pounder, and I think that they have a 17-pounder as well. That has a range of 2 on hard. So that means I can sit outside the range of this bunker and shoot at them all day long with my AT guns, which I would otherwise just be kind of sitting around. So I was pretty jazzed to figure that out. That's a tip. With the tip being always pay attention to your ranges. And with a lot of the tanks too, I don't think this one has it, but maybe a lot of the tanks in the armored divisions have range on them as well. Let me see if I can find one. Yeah, like these have a soft attack of 2, which is interesting. The AT guns have a range of 2 on hard, while the tanks have a range of 2 on soft. And I use that to great effect with 8th Army down south. I'll show you in just a minute. Well, it'll be more than just a minute. So anyhow, the attack as well develops. I put a lot of my engineers down here, which I'm kind of like, maybe I put too many engineers down here. So here I'm trying to snake all my infantry around. I did explore over here, but I don't really need to like get up there, so as long as I can pin them, that's fine. This is basically just thrust supported by engineers to clear these mines out. Now over here near Peter's Corner, which is an interesting name. I was trying to look up why it's called Peter's Corner. I couldn't find anything. If you know, let me know in the comments. Okay, so this is I like this little setup here. So take a look at the terrain. It's got the river, that is the Majira, and this like offshoot stream. And they've got a bunker here, so I'm set up to assault with like over 1,000 guys here next turn. Surrey Regiment, there's the other part of the Surrey Regiment. So I'm clearing these mines. We'll be able to cross. This isn't a, yeah, that's not like a bridge, but we'll be able to get through here. So I'm gonna kick down the door on this bunker. And then the other thing that I have going on in this trench line is, well, I've got a lot of the, I guess this is still, no, this is a mix. So it's part of the infantry division, and I also have some of the 25th Tank Brigade up here, and I'm going to move these guys as well. I'm going to try. This bunker with the Fallschirmjäger has got me pinned. I did take a hit over here. I lost a vehicle getting up on this mine. I figured there would be something up here. I mean, again, that's what recon is for. Yeah, I've got tanks. So I have supporting units that are going to wail on this trench, and I should be able to make a pretty useful attack up here. Oh, yeah, I like this a lot. So right here, I've got all my AT guns, which can shoot at the bunker here. I'll do that before assaulting. And then the machine gun to attack the trench line here because it's soft. So that's what's going on with part of the 25th Tank Brigade and the 78th Infantry. Now on to the 4th Infantry. So nothing super interesting over here. This attack is developing, though I haven't gotten into it. I've just been trying to disrupt them. These are Fallschirmjäger, so they'll fight harder. But we've got a couple of holes that we're going to punch next turn, I think. This hill could get a little bit annoying. I want to get us around on this bunker without hitting these mines. Yeah, and I position my AT guns, more AT guns. And some of these tanks have range as well, but I guess I decided to assault. Oh, yeah, us around. So this is looking pretty good. I like the way that this attack is shaping up. I've got the high ground on this trench. This bunker here, I don't need to worry about it right away. It is on a road that I want, and like I said, this is a kill-all-axis scenario, but not worried about that. So overall, one other thing to note. I forget exactly where it was. I think it was like right here. They have, I think, 2 units of 88s, like up to 19 guns, which is not good because I have armor over here and they're just going to be wailing on me. So they've got some, they have a good setup here. This blocking position is real gnarly. It's going to be a lot better if I can punch through here and come down that way, and punch through here and come up this way. Okay. So that's 4th Infantry, nothing super interesting, but proceeding well. This part is getting pretty messed up. This, let's see, this is 9 Corps, so this consists of the 46 Infantry in pink, 6 Armored Division in kind of the dark gray or green, 7th Armored in the lighter green, and 1st Infantry taking up the south with the supporting paratroopers. So for the 46 Infantry, it's kind of dicey, and I'm trying to keep organized over here. So I'm not doing a super great job of it, but basically I've got some units from the 7th Armored over here. I'm kind of trying to punch through over here, but I don't know if I want to commit to that. So what I'm generally thinking with this whole setup, first, I talked about this in the planning recording as well, but this road is going to be really important. I need it for the 6th Armored to be able to take the northern flank or the northern bank of the Malaine. Now, I do have the option of moving the 6th Armored up this way as well. I'm not entirely sure that will be necessary, and it's gotten a little bit mixed up over here. So I am sure that the 7th Armored is taking up the flank over here. This is an interesting cutoff right here because, again, this rough terrain prevents my armor from getting through, so it means that I have to take this position. I have to take this position, and only then will I be able to take up this flank and get up on this hill to attack those 88s, which they have right there, which are going to be wailing on me the whole time, and digging in. Digging in actually, I think, gives you a penalty to your attack, so that's good for me. Anyhow, I did get I got a lucky break right over here. The unit, these guys right here, they were in this bunker, and they just caught a disruption off of like a counterfire that I did on their turn. So I was able to assault in there with a mixed unit of 7th Armored and the paratroopers. So that was pretty lucky. I was able to punch through with some more recon. We're in really good shape over here. Now, that still kind of leaves me with the question of basically, like, what do I do with the 6 Armored Infantry that I've got moving up here? They're on foot. I was kind of thinking I would try and take out this bunker here. I don't know if it's necessarily the right move. I don't want all this infantry sitting on its hands. So I think what I'm actually going to try and do is, it was always the plan to get through, wrong button. It was always the plan to get through here. So I think I'm going to attack through here. And I've got, again, my AT guns are here, and they've just been shooting down at this bunker. And I've got another AT gun. He can shoot at this bunker, so we're in pretty good shape. It's not the side that I want to be on, but the other consideration as well, now that I'm thinking of it, is that I do have my 6 Armored, so the 26 Armored, basically my tanks are up here. Vehicles with supporting rifle, infantry, and my infantry brigade is down here. So actually, I think that will work pretty well now that I'm thinking about it and looking at it. The 38th Irish will break through this bunker and move up here to take this bridge. That's so funny. The 26 Armored will move up here and come back down, and then we'll have a full surround on them as well. We can find some units to block here. I gotta get these guys and these guys back heading down south. They're gonna take the southern bank of the, what is this, Malaine? Yeah, the Malaine River. So I've got to get them reoriented, but it was the same thing. I didn't want them sitting around. Okay. So that is what is going on with the 46 Infantry, the 6 Armored, the 7th Armored, the 1st, and of course my 1st Parachute Brigade. Now, the 1st Infantry Division The 1st British Infantry Division, not to be confused with the 1st American Infantry Division, is down here. Had some pretty good success. Kind of mixed results over here. So Highway 4, didn't realize that was going to be completely blocked off by bunkers, but it did figure, and I was able to find it with a recon unit. We lost one or two, or we lost a few, I think. But again, what is recon for? I love it when I lose recon units doing what they're supposed to be doing. I was able to assault into this bunker, so that's great. And I pushed these guys out. They're disrupted. I don't think I'm going to have like a ton of trouble clearing out this road. I have no idea what is on the rest of this road. And I'm kind of debating what I even want to do with the 1st Infantry, the 1st British Infantry. I think that they're going to push kind of in this direction and support the Morocco Division. It's going to be moving in this direction. And kind of between the two, we'll be able to pocket everything that's in here and wrap it all up. There's this main road that's going in here, so like as these guys move through, they'd be able to do something like that. Okay. The attack is going well. We did get, I think, a couple of lucky disruptions. So disrupted here. These guys aren't disrupted, but I've got a lot of firepower up on this hill right now, and I've got them surrounded, so they're not going to like that a whole lot. I do have a machine gun here, but they'll need to move further to get up here to be able to see the trench there. So yeah, this unit here is the Sherwoods, and they'll be kind of attacking in this direction. I mean, like I said, all axes must go. So that one's going pretty well. Next up, this is going to suck, I think. These guys don't seem like the best fighters, I gotta be honest with you. They're E morale. Hard attack 2, soft of 5. What's a soft attack value for one of the British infantry? Morale C. Soft attack 7. Yeah, these guys aren't very good. This is going to be slow going. I'm like, I don't even know if we're going to be able to break through using these troops. So, in my original video, I was talking about the Indian Division, which is up here. They're part of the 8th Army, and they are in... let's see, 30 Corps. So the Indian Division with the cool flag. So I split them up. I've got the 5th heading north. I've got the 7th Brigade heading west. Artillery went north. Anti-tank went north. I have an extra rifle battalion, I guess, here. It says it's rifle, but this is actually it's a machine gun company, or a machine gun battalion. And then I sent them with some engineers as well. I split my engineers up. So, like, I don't love splitting up the division like that, but I just don't think that the Moroccan division is going to have what it takes. So, like, there's already a bunker up here that I can see. Okay. 8th Army. We've never really talked about them in depth, but they're attacking. It's a little wild, honestly. There's a lot going on down here, and I'm trying to position, like, they have a lot of kind of these wild supporting troops in the 8th Army, like the King's Dragoons, or the King's Dragoons and the Royal Dragoons. So there's a lot of stuff going on like that. These are the more of the King's Dragoons. But these are new 1st King's Dragoons versus 1st King's Dragoons. I don't know why they're the 4th Armored Brigade. Let's take a look right quick. I'm just curious. I don't know if it's going to tell me. Yeah, sometimes it's just, I think this is just the core. hang on. I'm just going to look right quick. Just give me a minute here. 4th Armored. Okay, so the 4th Armored Brigade has got the King's Rifles, 1st Royal Dragoons, 1st King's Dragoons, and then I think in... I'm trying to locate these guys up here. I think it's cool. I think it's neat, if I'm being honest. Boop, boop. So they're in the New Zealand Provisional Corps. Oh yeah, I have L Force in there as well. Okay, so these guys are just called the 1st King's Dragoons, Guards. They are Morale B and the 1st King's Dragoons Guards over here, not to be confused with the 1st King's Dragoons Guards, are also Morale B. Alright, I'm prattling. So, the Highlanders, I'm pushing them up in 2 different directions. I've got the brigade over here, and over here. The recon attachment. So they're kind of attacking in different directions. They have the Highlanders have a lot of support in the form of the 23rd Armored Brigade. Do I even have that one on my list? 23rd Armored Brigade? Yeah, I sure do. They're part of 30 Corps. They've got a lot of firepower. They have like over 100 tanks, looks like. And they're going to be helping me punch through on this side. On the east side, I've got like a lot of these wackadoodle supporting troops. But primarily, we're racking up with the, I think this is the 50th Infantry, and this is a armored, 1st Armored, not to be confused with the 1st American Armored. So, an armored and an infantry. I've got New Zealand troops here. I've got the, which are these? These are the L Force. I don't know what that is, but it sounds cool. Basically, the name of the game here is find weak points and exploit them. So I've had some successful assaults already. I'm developing attacks on the flanks. I'm trying to push with these spare recon units as I can. Look at that. I've got an attack I can do. What fun. Makes me paranoid. I've got leftover attacks all over the place. Okay, so I've had there was a successful assault here. I made it through here. So, you know, I'm trying to break through where I can. The one spot that I'm pretty proud of is right here, where I have a machine gun. Basically, the plot that I had was, or the plan that I had was that, like, I mean, sometimes you have to attack for a while in order to get through, to weaken them and disrupt them before you punch through and, like, hit them with artillery, all that good stuff. But I've got all these miscellaneous units, like my L Force guys in the New Zealand Corps, and they're just sitting around while the 50th and the 1st are trying to get through. And what I'm doing is I'm stacking up all my AT guns and my ranged tanks, and I'll be able to shoot at either this trench, the bunker, or the trench. Like, we'll hit this trench hard, and then we'll assault them next turn. Hopefully I can get through with these mines. I made some mistakes up here with these mines. I already got some recon units through, so, like, it is happening. It's not happening quite as fast as I want. And, like, all of these guys right here, I just moved them up to kind of be there and be ready when the time comes to exploit. So that is the story so far. I'm going to go ahead and run the turn, and we'll see how it does. I'm going to do my best to comment this as it's happening, and I'm going to run it at normal speed so that I can kind of Actually, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and set it a little bit faster. Okay. AI. Here we go. Keep it tight. And cancel. Alright. Artillery. I do like how this game kind of jump map. Lots of artillery. I like the way I mean, it's kind of silly, but I do think it's interesting that the way that the AI kind of in a way operates kind of in a specific order each time. At least it does for me in the games that I've played. Like it always does artillery first, and then it shoots once with every unit that it wants to shoot with, and then it goes back and it shoots the remaining shots that it has with all the units that it wants to shoot with. So artillery, always painful watching this happening. Fatigue, ugh, disruption. I don't know, more disruption, dang. I don't know if disrupted engineers can clear mines. I'll have to look that up. I think that they can. Okay, so I think it's done with its artillery round here. It'll do some calculations, and then it will start to shoot. I think overall I'm pleased with the progress of 2nd Corps and 1st Army. 8th Army I think has the hardest job. There's been a couple of stumbling blocks, but those were like kind of micro mistakes on my part, like taking tanks out of what is that? It's recon. More reinforcements there. They're in a bunker across that stream. Okay, good to know. Yeah, they've got a bunch of 88s over there. They're already moving reinforcements up. They've got a lot of anti-air. I haven't used a lot of air, but it is good to know that they've got so much anti-air. I don't know if that's really going to be a problem against infantry. In my experience, anti-air doesn't do super well against infantry, but like those 88s right there, those will hose my tanks. And I think that these recon units are about to get lit up. Historically, the 88 was a very fearsome weapon. I'm not like a World War II weapons expert, but I know that the 88 millimeter gun was an anti-aircraft gun, and they used it for direct fire as well. It could be converted for use for direct fire. Wow, they got a lot of machine guns. Okay, so they're counterattacking already. I fear for the Moroccan division. I don't think that it's going to go super well for them. I can't move my guys into place fast enough. We'll see. Counterfire by my artillery. We got into their trenches and their bunkers, so we have a good spot for attacking them. Nice. Those are some good kills right there. Yeah, we've got all kinds of guns positioned that we can counterfire. I've always had a lot of trouble using towed AT guns, but I think I'm starting to get the hang of it. Like, it's more of a... People say that you use them as a defensive weapon, and it took me a while to get the hang of that idea. This spot over by the beach is real troublesome. I'm concerned about it. Alright, good. I haven't seen me get any disruptions with my counterfire. Ugh, they disrupted more of my engineers. That's a pain. Artillery. Alright. Taking out my artillery. That disruption I got on that bunker was real lucky. I think that would make a big difference. Ooh, I just took out one of their 88s. They weren't effective against me. And they're taking out a lot of my artillery. Ooh, I got a disruption on them. That's going to be really important. I don't know how I'm going to eventually get through there, but it'll probably be a lot of assaulting. They're shooting at me. Ooh, nice disruption. Got me zeroed in with some artillery. Oh no, they disrupted me. Okay. I'm worried about Peter's Corner over here. These guys are gonna get lit up. Yeah, I expected that. Yeah, they broke them. Oh well. I didn't think it was gonna be quite that bad, but yeah. Alright, that unit's gone. That's bad to happen on day one. They're getting some disruptions on me. I'm getting some disruptions on them. Oof. Oof. Keep it together. Not everything's gonna go my way. Got a nice concave going there. Alright. Yeah, I think that's the, which one is that? That's the 46 Infantry. They're in good shape. Their attack is going well. 1st Infantry over here. They took that bunker. Maybe the Moroccan division will surprise me. We're gonna do our best. They're just not very effective. I'm gonna actually move this guy down and wait for him to move up. Ow! Tearing me up. Yeah, my guys are starting to feel the fatigue. Getting a lot of disruptions right now. Oof. Took one of theirs out though. We need to be ready for a counterattack down here. It looks like they're positioning themselves. They have a recon unit over here. I can harass them. My dragoons might be in a good position to get at them here. Maybe. We'll see. Okay. Dang. Ripping them up. I saw some trenches or bunkers on the other side of the highway there. Okay. Still fighting. Going at it. Disruption. Yes, I needed that really bad over here. Stay away. Okay. Nice. Disruption. Yeesh. No kills, but a lot of fatigue, I think. No disruption there, that's good. I know a couple of my engineers have been disrupted. And again, I need to look to see, because I don't know if disrupted engineers can clear mines. I think that they can, but it's just less effective. It's like 1/5 the chance or something like that, probably. I'll look right quick after this turn is finished. Excellent positioning on that machine gun. Nice. All right. Tough fight over here. Varsity's starting to mix it up. That's the turn. Okay. I always grab a screenshot of this. Oh yeah, I got a lot of mines cleared. That's excellent. Okay, we're going to review this. So first things first. I'm going to see a little bit of my process. Right now, I think that there's a bug in the game where if you like save and then load the game, it doesn't restore the command report. So I always capture a copy of the command report. So it was my turn 2 command report. Let's look right quick at minefields. I need actually, I think, clearing minefields. Alright, to use an engineer. Cost engineer's mine, 1/3 of their movement. To enter a minefield hex, starting with the next turn, the unit will automatically reduce the minefield in strength until the minefield is removed. To be eligible for mine clearing, a mine clearing unit must not be disrupted or broken. Okay, cannot be in travel or rail, and cannot be digging in. Cannot fire or assault as long as an engineer stays in the minefield. The unit is considered to have cleared lanes at that point, and other units can safely enter the minefield in travel mode without suffering a minefield attack. To stop or restart mine clearing operations, use the clear mines or rebel command. Okay, great. So now I know. Okay, so we got mines cleared here. Here. Excellent. Down here. Alright. I'm really bummed about this recon unit. They might still recover. They have max fatigue, but they still have 4 vehicles. Alright, where was this? Okay, minefield's cleared, so that's great. A little too late. Alright. Good, good. So we're really starting to clear some of these minefields out. That's excellent. Got that road cleared, so when these units come down, they won't have to contend with that. They will still have to get up the hill. More mines cleared over here, so I could actually, if I wanted to, I could send a battalion or 2 to support this attack if I feel like it's starting to slow down. Good, so I'll probably move these guys out of the way. I want to conserve my engineers. They have some fatigue and they took some losses. Good, I'll need that road cleared, so they'll move up. They won't be able to, will they? They'll have to move here and then back up, okay? Yes, if I can assault through these using all this infantry, I'll be able to move the mines. I want to get this whole road cleared because I have like a lot of exploit units. These are my 201st Guards Motorized Brigade group, which I've cleared a hole through here and I have access to a main road, so they're going to be my first actionable exploitation force. Alright, I don't know where that is. 128 here. Okay, here. Oh, that's great. Yeah, because I've got like a lot of guys just kind of waiting here. These are all motorized, so we'll be able to bust through there. This is the 50th we'll be able to take the concave on this monster of a fortification right here. We'll be able to start working it from both sides. And I have the New Zealanders and the L Force. We're ready to rock and roll as far as motorized exploitation goes. More mines cleared here. That is good. Here, good, because I wanted to clear this whole road. Here, yeah, my Lancers up here. They're isolated, but like I already found this trench. They've got an armored car over here. I might hit them with a... Seems like a waste of a tank buster. Carbon bombs. Don't love those. 7 out of 68. Out of command. 19 artillery units. I don't know what my total is. 12 units low on ammo. I'd say that's pretty good, given how many units I have. 5 units undisrupted. Okay, great. I love undisruptions. I won't... these are my armored infantry... I don't have anywhere to send them. More... Oh yeah, my light tanks. Okay. Oh good. My engineers over here, so... I'll probably just leave them. Good. Really high fatigue on these recon units here. Okay, excellent. And then 1 unit set up. Big artillery piece, couple of wireless intercepts. Alright, so that's turn 2. This is the start of turn 3. We kind of did a review of where it's looking at, and we'll see where it goes from here. Thanks everybody for watching. I'm glad that there's some interest in this, because I like doing this. It's a bit of effort, but I think this game is really super cool, and I like playing it, and I like talking about it. Alright, thanks, God.